So welcome to your practice this morning. We're going to be a little bit more into mind, spirit, soul connection. But of course, we're going to start off with some lovely movement in the body. So we're going to begin our practice seated, eyes closed, long spine, long in the sides of your body. Think about moving that little mid space right in the pit of your armpits, a little higher. And then notice what you've done, if anything, with your shoulders. And if you need to bring them back down, bring your shoulders back down, but keep that length in the sides of your body. And let's breathe in and out at our own pace. And as we sit here, just gathering ourselves together, send everything else away, send everything else off somewhere else, just set it aside. It will all be there when you step off your mat. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you're feeling today. It's just the way you're feeling. Everything just is what it is. And set a sankalpa for your practice for today, maybe for your whole week, for your month. What do you need more of in your life? And as you set everything else aside, just gathering yourself in, back to your center, to your core. So let's breathe together for a bit. So exhale first, start. And then inhaling through your nostrils. And exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling. Exhaling, letting go of your shoulders. Inhaling, relaxing your pelvis. Exhaling, softening through the front of your body. Inhaling, relaxing your toes. Exhaling, softening through your spine. Keep going with that same pace, but adjust it slightly to suit you. Take each breath with fierce concentration, filling up, noticing where that breath's going. And when you're ready to empty, each breath is a full exhale. There's nothing left. One more round at your own pace, and then we're going to breathe together, and we're going to turn it into a 4-part breath. So with the last of the exhale, you'll take another sip in through your lips, as if you were just drinking in another little sip of air. And then after the exhale, we'll add on another step where we're going to bring the belly button in towards the spine, squeeze through the navel, and expel an extra little piece of air, a little pocket of air. So let's exhale to start breathing together. Inhale, extra sip, exhale. Exhale, inhale, extra sip, exhale, Exhale again. Inhale. Extra. Exhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Extra. Exhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Keep going at your own pace. Remember that extra sip. Keep going at your own pace. Full part breath. One more round. Making each breath comfortable, but still extending yourself. Making it the most extreme version of that breath that stays within the realms of comfort. And then as you come to finish wherever you are, taking your chin to your chest, stretching out through the back of your neck. So first of all, let's just ease off. Let's just let the weight of our heads feel like it's doing the work for us. So back is straight. Well done for sitting still for so long. Change the cross of your legs. Change your seated position if it's not comfortable for you. And now just letting your head hang, but not curving the spine, which can be harder than it sounds. So make sure that you're straight in the spine first. Equal weight dropping down to right and left sit bones. And then adjust the weight of your head. Stretching out the back of your neck and maybe into the top of your back. And then let's curl the neck a little tighter, chin into the chest if you can. Poking your chin bone into the top of your chest. Keeping your jaw very steady and firm, lots of engagement there. And release. Nice strong stretch, that one. And then maybe gently open your eyes here. I'm just going to change the cross of my legs. Right sit bone going a bit numb. And then lifting your head, taking your gaze all the way up to the ceiling. So gaze to the ceiling, back of your head to the top of your back. And let's kind of move on with that movement. So your head is back, let it rest, and then take the whole of your heart center and lift it up. Get some millimeters, maybe even centimeters between your collarbones and your hip bones. Not really arcing the back, just lifting the heart center, lifting the sternum a little, flaring the ribs, softening through the shoulders. Long in the front of your body, lots of space there. Relax your knees and your thighs and then come back to center. Gosh, head feels very heavy there. And then we're going to turn the head to the side, so look over to your right side. And it's a nice big look. Keep your shoulders steady. And looking around, open your eyes wide, like somebody's told you something absolutely wonderfully amazing. Eyes are wide, and then look around behind you to see what that thing is. Maybe it's a pink elephant. Look round, wide, wide, wide eyed. And see if you can isolate, see if you can make your eyes wide and not wrinkle up your forehead. And then maybe smile at the same time. Let's give that face a little bit of a workout too. Relax your left arm and then let go. Steady little uncurl back to center, and then the same thing on the other side. So nice wide eyes, and then look round. to your left this time, and then looking left behind you, sending your eyes to the leftmost point. Looking around, isolating the muscles in the forehead, and remembering to breathe. Have you been holding your breath? If you have, here's a lovely reminder to take a deep, steady breath. And smile. And release. Coming back. Well done. Okay, let's just flick the hands out a little. Get a bit of movement going here, a little bit of energy off that little bit of stillness. So alternate and together and alternate and together. And then let's do some lovely circles. So circles. And at the same time, let's lean forwards and backwards. Mostly because I'm getting a numb bum. So back and forwards, reaching forwards, back and forwards, reaching forwards. Alternate, alternate, but turn the other way if you haven't already, and reaching forward and coming back. Okay, lovely. Take the arms out wide and stretch as much as you possibly can. I'd love you to feel that in your elbows, in your wrists, bringing your fingertips back towards you. Palms are facing away, as if you're saying, please, no more compliments. I just can't take any more. Stop it with the compliments. Okay, go on then. Fingertips back towards you. Heels of your palms pushing away. And can you feel that? Can you feel anything? If you can't, push away a little further. And then we're going to do some circles. But first of all, we're going to drop the fingers entirely and bring the fingers back as if we're holding something enormously long. Balance there between fingers. So really pull your fingertips in. The palms are facing you this time. Relax your shoulders. And you may be feeling a little tired around the hips here. So we're going to take the legs out in front, if that's okay for you. If not, stay cross-legged or find another position. And now we're pointing the fingertips and going around in tiny circles that then become slightly bigger circles. In fact, it's not even a circle, it's a spiral. So imagine you are drawing a giant snail. Remember to breathe. Think about that lovely lubrication and a movement into the shoulders. And you can start as we come into these big circles, coordinating the breath. So breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Now engaging the shoulder blades here. So arms come forward for that in, all the way up, stay together. And then as they separate out, think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Anybody got tired arms yet? Come to rest at the bottom. Take a moment here. Pull your toes back towards your face. Resting your arms, resting your hands. Toes are right back towards the face, feeling that engagement along the whole of the backs of your legs. Make that movement as strong as you can bear, I suppose might be the right word. And then release, pointing the toes away from you. Ooh, a lovely stretch in the tops of the ankles there, engaging the calves, lengthening through the knees, and then release. Release off any tension in your legs, because you know that giant spiral we did, we're coming back. So a nice big movement, taking your arms to the back, inhaling. And then they join at the front, all the way down on the exhale. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling forwards. Now see if you can make that movement happen from your shoulders. Forget about the arms, just do the whole thing with your shoulders. And let the arms just follow. Keeping the breath going with the movement. And then starting to draw that spiral inwards, making it a little smaller. Nice, gentle movement. Work with the breath as the circles get smaller. Don't shorten the breath. Just let go of matching the breath with the movement. Otherwise, by the time we get right back to the beginning, we'll be puffing in and out like a little train. There we go. So shoulders might be starting to get a little tired. Make that movement a little smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, but not lower as I was just doing. Raise the arms a little, come out to the side. And back. Come to a stop. Bring your arms forwards, reaching forwards. Take them down to your feet or your ankles or your calves. Hold on. And then just drop your head. Now use that connection there with your hands and legs to have a nice little stretch. Pushing yourself back, but holding on tight. So you pull into the elbows and into the shoulders and shoulder blades a little. Using your own body to give yourself a little bit of rack treatment in the nicest possible way. No torture involved. And then releasing, coming up. Well done. Give yourself a huge hug. So you can take the arms out and bring them in. Big, big hug. Wrap your arms around. Hold that opposite shoulder. Spread your fingertips out as wide as you possibly can. And then put your hand down on your shoulder. So you've got lots of lovely contact there. Take a breath in. Maybe it's a little bit restricted. As deep a breath as you can. Maybe close your eyes. Drop your chin. Just a moment of gratitude for you being who you are. Being here, being able to do this together. Very special. And exhale. And release. And take the backs of your hands behind you, opening up chest as wide, sternum lifted. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 and release. Okay, we're going to start doing a little bit more moving. So bring yourself into a tabletop position. Let's give the spine a little bit of a roll. So cat and cow, of course, cat and cow, Chakravakasana, beautiful asana combination here, all bundled into one. Now push your hands away. Make sure that your hands are under your shoulders. Are they in the right place for you? Knees are under your hips. Feet are out behind you with the tops of your feet flat to the floor. And then we're going to rock backwards and forwards. Oh, such a lovely moment, this. Into the wrists, back into the hips, into the wrists. And go all the way back. Take your hips all the way back. Reach back. Push yourself with your arms. Reach your hips back. Straighten. Stretch through the spine. And then come forwards. Come forwards as far as you can. There will definitely be a stop point where there is no going any further. And if you've had a wrist injury, just go carefully here. Take your time. Build up your strength. Build up your stretchiness over time. One more movement back, pushing back, dropping the head, relaxing the shoulders. And then let's come forward. Let's come forward into our cat and cow. Finally, belly to the floor, head back, hips up, and uncurl. Mid back is up to the ceiling. We'll just do a few rounds slowly together, dropping your belly now. Lifting the head, lifting the hips. So as if you're trying to get the back of your head onto your coccyx. And then as we roll around and curl up, you're trying to get your chin to your chest and your forehead to your thighs towards your forehead. And uncurling now. So now we're going to move with the breath, so you go at your pace. Go with the pace that suits you. Exhale. Come into our cow posture. Nope, cat posture. And inhale as we drop the belly in cow. So think about contracting the chest, curling up, expelling all the air there. And then as you open up and give yourself space, that's when you're inhaling, taking that lovely inhale through your nostrils. And as you exhale how you want. I prefer to exhale through my mouth here. That's entirely up to you if nose feels more comfortable. Just make sure that throughout your practice, you're breathing in through your nostrils. That's your breathing apparatus, so you use it all day long, but especially in your yoga practice. Going at your pace, I hope. And doing 3 more rounds. This time, add on a little. So as you come round, maybe pushing back at the same time as you come back into your cow posture, leaning forward. So we're combining those two if it works for you and it works for your back. Leaning back for cat, pushing forward for cow, maybe even bending the elbows as you transition between the two. A nice big swoop. So we're really adding on here, and I need some strength in your shoulders and your upper arms. And you will only go to where works for you. Last one here. And come back to neutral. Take your knees together, big toes together, and slowly send yourself back. We're coming into Balasana. So send your heels, I always say heels, send your hips back towards your heels, and then lengthen through your spine first. Give yourself lots of room, lots of space, and then dropping down, dropping forwards. Don't worry about your hips too much if they come away. Just enjoying that lovely compression. Your internal organs, raising a little pressure around the body, in the groin, squeezing into the belly and the chest a little. Relax your arms, either forwards or backwards, whatever works for you. And then we are looking forward, so lift yourself up. Bring your hands back, forwards, depending on where they are, and bring yourself up into a squat. So we've done a nice little warm up for the head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, and the toes and wrists a little bit. So a little bit more on ankles here. And then we are going to make some stuff happen for the hips here. Hips and core. So you're in your squat. However squat works for you for today. So that might be up on toes, balanced. It might be flat-footed. Do what works for you. And we're just going to hold here. So take yourself back to either a nice steady in and out, or an Ujjayi breath, or perhaps even that lovely 4-part breath that we did first thing. And it might be that you can close your eyes here if you feel like you've got your balance. It's just an option, not a suggestion. Is there a difference between those? There is. So go with what works for you. All I'd like is that you can focus on the breath a little while you allow everything to settle in the legs and just get used to being in this position. We're going to stay balanced into the left foot. We're going to take the right leg out. So it might be that you want to tip forward a bit, or you might want to just shoot that leg out to the side, whatever works for you. So we are Nice bent left leg, right leg is extended out. So let's start off with the heel down and the toes up. You might feel very comfortable here, leaning forward so that you make sure that you don't roll over backwards. And as you get more comfortable, or maybe you're comfortable right from the get-go, you can bring yourself more upright. Just make sure you start off in a position where you're safe and you're not going to roll backwards. So all we're doing here is the right toes pointed up towards the ceiling, left heel ground down into the floor, nice and strong. And we're opening up on the inside of that leg, into the hip a little. Can you feel it? Hopefully you can. And at the same time, we've got that lovely compression on the left side groin. So just ease, settle into the posture here, allow that right hip to find its comfort. And if this feels like it's too strong, then you can come up higher on this leg and take some of that stretch off. Otherwise, sinking down as low as you can with the hips, not with the shoulders. And then let's move over to the other side. So use your hands and use the strength in your legs, changing that position. And left toes are now up towards the ceiling. And drop the hips down, however works for you. And that right knee can be out to the side or it can be out in front, whatever works. Just have a play and an experiment. See how low you can get that left leg to the floor. And hopefully you can feel this doing quite a major stretching job of that leg, left leg. Find your calm here. Don't forget the breath. And we're going to be moving. And now we're going to speed this movement up a little. So this is, I know, a very beloved posture by many people. So we're just going to move backwards, or sideways rather, not backwards. And then over to the other side. You can make that extension shorter. So you can bring your feet closer in together if it feels like it's really quite challenging. If it feels easy, stay here. I think I have to adjust mine a little. There we go. And so we're looking over to the left and then moving to the left, looking over to the right. And at each point, taking the hips low and getting that nice big stretch. So one more on each side. And then coming to center, coming up into goddess. We should hopefully have lovely open hips now. I'm going to move together. It looks like I'm sitting on a plug point. There we go. There we go. Nice and low, nice and low. Bring those arms back, shoulders together. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lift your pelvic floor. Engage your core here. Belly button to your spine. And then we're going up on right toes, down with that right heel. Up on left toes, down with the left heel. Right and left and right. Keep that pelvic floor engaged and left. And then slowly straightening the legs. Taking your hands to your lower back. Pointing your feet forwards and halfway bend. Looking at the floor directly below you. Bending your knees a little. Feeling that pressure in your feet and making sure that your right foot and your left foot feel like they're holding an equal amount of weight. Just a halfway bend, extending the crown of your head forwards, opening the shoulders, and then folding forwards. Here we are in our first inversion today. Welcome to your first inversion in this class. Letting that lovely space happen in the back of your neck. Think about how heavy your head is. Allow it to just open everything up. Closing your eyes. Inhale and exhale. Slow and steady. And then we're coming up to halfway again. So let's go nice and slow. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Lovely, constant and consistent breath, using the strength in your legs here, slowly coming up to halfway. Come to halfway. Feel that strength in the back of your legs, in your feet. See if you can get a little less grippy with the feet. And then coming back down, taking your right arm to the floor and left arm swings and arcs out to the side, all the way up. Keep your hips where they are. Try not to swing them out to the left as well. Left arm is up. Nice little twist, opening up in the shoulders. Push the floor away. And breathe. Reach up with the left arm. Reach, 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 reach. And then let's bring the left hand down. Swap it for the right, and right moves up and out and round and arcs up towards the ceiling. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Keep breathing nice and deep. And then let's bring that right hand back down and uncurl to come up to standing. Bring your feet in. So we're going to edge them in together. And we're coming into a really lovely Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So first of all, in Tadasana, turn this way. Give yourself a little space now between the feet sort of under your hips really, and then just opening your arms out. That just helps open up the chest. And then let's lift the chest again. So lift the heart center. As if you're taking the whole of the middle section of your chest and raising it up just a tiny bit. And at the same time, opening the heart center. Feeling receptive. Feeling full of light and love. A little bit of space between the chin and the chest. A little hopeful upward gaze, all good things to come. And make sure that you are dropping your weight down into your feet equally. So not just on your heels, not just on the fronts of your feet. Even. And the same with your hips. If you're slightly sending the hips out, bring them in. If you're sending them in, bring them out. Keep them in line. And then let's come into our Ardha Chandra. Turn sideways. Stay where you are. We're going to take the hands to the lower back. So taking your hands to your lower back, bring your shoulder blades together so that you get that lovely big opening up in the front of the body. And then we're going to send the hips forwards. As if you're just having a nice big stretch after sitting for ages. You get up and go, oh. So send yourself forward into that stretch. And then holding on here, giving yourself that support, looking up. If it works for you, look up as far as works. It might be that it's a sort of 3/4 look up. And then release, coming back. And this time we're going to take the arms up. So palms are together. Send your arms up towards the ceiling. Reaching up long in the sides of your body here. And then a little bit of a reach, lean back. This time you don't have your hands there in your lower back to support you. So you're using all the muscles in your back and your core. Come to where works for you. And remember to keep breathing. And release. Coming back, dropping all the way down. Let's come into one downward facing dog before we move on to our floor work. Sending your heels down towards the ground, sending your hips up towards the sky. Shoulders are wide. Remember those shoulders, nice and wide. And here, I invite you to take some really deep, lovely breaths. I'm saying nourishing breaths. They are nourishing breaths. Remember to put some weight into your fingers, not just into your heels of your hands, and push the floor away. You'll give yourself a little bit more space in the spine. And let's take the right hip over to the right side, left hip over to the left side, making a little dynamic. Some nice movement here, maybe even allowing the opposite foot to come off a little, or just to come to the toes. Stretching in the sides of the body, coming up right into the armpit with that stretch. And don't be afraid to swing over to the side. Give your body that stretch where it doesn't normally get a stretch. Ooh, lovely, 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 lovely. And then back to center. Nod your head. Nice big vigorous nod. Yes, I'm having a great time. And shake your head. No, I am not going to go back to bed. You go back to bed if you want to. And then coming forward, just not just yet. Bring your knees into a hover. So we're going to do that hover, 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 hover. Push the floor away with your arms. Knees are just hanging out above your mat, having a little float. Now, beautiful stretch in the backs of your toes. Feel that stretch. See if you can get it all the way into your little toe. Might have to take your knees out to the sides. Ooh, a nice big click there, and then back. Rolling your knees in, rolling your knees out, and then bringing them to the mat. Well done. Right. Cross your legs as if you're sitting back into Sukhasana, cross-legged pose, and then rolling all the way back, or come to sitting on your mat, however works for you. Right, a little bit of Baddha Konasana because I just think it's such an interestingly important posture. So knees are out to the side, soles of the feet together, almost in a prayer pose. And then bringing your feet together, bringing them towards your body. And let's just look at the feet for a minute. So look at your feet. Muster up as much love and gratitude and affection as you possibly can for your feet. No criticism, they do not deserve any criticism. Your feet are beautiful and they are your feet. And gosh, how many steps have they taken you in your life? Ooh, knees out to the side. Sitting up tall. Crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And maybe just close your eyes here for a moment. And that same feeling of gratitude all around your body. You have journeyed together for a while. Your entire life, in fact. A little bit of gratitude for this amazing vehicle you have been gifted. So let's keep the left foot in. I'm going to take the right leg out. So we'll do a little bit of balance here. So left foot's in, right leg is going to be out, just not yet. Find your yoga hold. So first two fingers around your big toe. And remember that your big toe has to stay very dynamic here, otherwise you'll feel like you're pulling it off. If that doesn't work for you, you're holding on just around your ankle, your calf, or the outside edge of your foot. Right, this is our last movement here before we come down to lying on the mat. So holding onto your foot wherever works for you and extending out. Now it might be that you want to lean back a little for this. Do what works for you and then we'll adjust once you've got there. Left hand is either on the floor to support you or on your left knee. So we're sending the right leg out. And then if you are leaning right back, just see if you can come forward a little. You might need to have a little more strength in your core, a little more strength in that bent leg, See how much you can straighten that right leg. Notice how heavy it is. And allow that right shoulder to have a bit of a stretch, to be pulled a little. But don't send your shoulder girdle off to the right. Bring your chest in line and keep it in line. Head and neck completely relaxed here. Nothing going on with the head and neck. Maybe even smile, laugh. And then if you can, if it works, taking the leg out to the side just a little. You might feel that it is more challenging for your left leg than it is for your right. Don't worry. Engage your pelvic floor. Lift your away from your pelvis and then come back to center. This time all the way to the center. So you're pointing your leg over your foot perhaps. And then we're going to take it a little bit further over to the left. And then bring it in. Well done. Cradle your legs and give that hand a bit of a rest. Put your foot in your hand or into your elbow. Bring your right arm around, and then we're going to rock like rocking a baby. So it might be that you've got your foot, your lower leg, quite close to you, or you might be using your hands and you might have a bit more distance. Both are good. Just think about manipulating that whole leg, and so you've got that nice movement in the hip happening without the hip muscles having to do that movement. That makes sense. And then we're swapping. So right foot comes down. Thank you very much, right foot. And we're doing the left. The left foot out to the side. Notice if you're leaning right back, see if you can bring yourself forward, or maybe you're leaning forward, and if you come back to neutral, to central, it'll be a lot easier. Right hand protection for balance out behind you or on your right knee. And we're getting that nice stretch, and then just making sure the shoulders are in line. So always use your mat for measurements. So if you find that you can't see as much of your mat on this side as you can on this side, it might mean that you need to adjust. So stretching into the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder here. Big, big, big stretch. And then let's take the foot out to the side a little. Don't compromise with the core. Don't be scrunching and crunching. Lift. Lift your pelvic floor as well. A lot going on here. A lot going on. And then coming over to the center, right in front of your face. And then maybe over to the side a little. Oh, my legs got stuck on my foot. And then bringing it in, releasing out your fingers, holding on and cradling your left leg, high or medium or low. It's all good. Think about making that movement happen with your arms and letting the hip be soft and relaxed. Well done. Bringing your knees together now, feet to the floor, letting go of that arm, lifting your feet off, holding on. And then we're coming back to lying on the mat. So relax down onto your mat, however works for you. And we're going straight into a twist. So knees over to the right, arms out to the sides, or your elbows out to the sides. Hands up towards the ceiling and head over to the other side. So we're twisting the head to the left, knees to the right. Enjoy that stretch in your neck, in your waist, and all the way up and down your spine. Take a nice inhale before you move. Head comes back first, then your knees. And over to the other side. Same thing on the other side. And as you become more practiced, or you have had more hours of yoga practice, you learn or you become accustomed to dropping into that state of relaxation much quicker. You find those points in the asana where you Feel a little bit of that softness, that space, that opening up. And then coming back to center, bringing your knees over your chest and taking your right knee into your right hand, left knee into your left hand, and gently drawing them down towards the ground. So your toes are together or out to the side, whatever works for you. We're just pushing the knees up towards the armpits, bringing the hands closer to the chest, taking the knees with them. And then back together, and a little bit of a rock from side to side. A quick counter pose here, feet are flat to the floor, into your bridge. So lifting up your belly button to the sky, lifting your hips, squeezing your glutes, squeeze, 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 lots of lift and lots of lengthening in the fronts of your thighs, in the front of your body, a little bit of a curl in the spine here, squeeze your glutes nice and tight and release, rolling back down, bringing yourself into Shavasana. Taking your palms to face the ceiling, backs of your hands flat to the floor. Now lengthen your left arm, lengthen your right arm, place them back down, lengthen your left leg, lengthen your right leg, place them back down. Rocking your hips from side to side, lifting your left hip off and your right hip off, and placing them back down, giving yourself lots of space around your coccyx, around your sacrum, and the same thing with your shoulders. Lifting one and placing it down, lifting the other, placing it down. Feel that you're just slightly opening up in the midpoint there between your shoulder blades, and lifting your head, placing it back down, shaking your head very slowly and gently from right to left. Bringing your right ear to the mat, bringing your left ear to the mat. And coming back to center with your eyes closed, taking each breath right down into your toes, into your fingertips, into the whole of your spine, into your body wherever it touches the ground, completely supported by the ground, by the earth. Relax your upper arms and relax your jaw, relax your feet, relax your calves, relax your pelvis, relax your thumbs, relax your eyes, relax the top of your head, relax the soles of your feet. Relax your right hip, relax your left hip. Take a deep breath in, and when you're ready to exhale, feel a little sense of letting go, of softening, of melting into the floor, melting into the mat, softening, easing. Feeling the air as it comes in through your nostrils and noticing the quality of that air. Is it warm? Is it soft? Is it dry? And as you exhale, letting go of everything you can't control and letting it be. As you breathe in, breathing in light and warmth and hope and calm and peace. And as you breathe out, making space, just allowing things to be, not needing to control, to shape, not spending your energy on things that will gently unfold with time, regardless of what you think of them. Finding that space between where you are and all of your worries, and seeing which of the worries you have that you can parcel up and just kiss goodbye to. Tie them to a cloud and let them float away. Focusing your energy on the things you have control of. How much water you drink, how deeply you breathe, how much time you set aside to make your environment pleasing and comfortable for you, how much time you devote to reaching out to the people you love, to planning future good times ahead, deciding how you want to spend your time consciously rather than getting swirled along. Life is going to happen around you, to you, and you can decide on all the things you're able to plan, and having more time to do that by letting go of the things you have no control over. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale here, gathering yourself back together, keeping your eyes closed. When you're ready, rolling to your right side. We're not staying here for long. We're going to come up to sitting. So when you're ready, slowly again, preserving that space you've made, that connection, coming up to sitting, bringing your hands to heart center. A nice firm touch from the right to the left to the right. And then rubbing your hands together, cupping them over your eyes, taking a deep breath in, opening your eyes into that space. And as you exhale, floating your hands back to heart center. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling connected, mind, body, and spirit. And I will